So this is the last video of my 3-part series of Aboriginal rock carvings and cave art and anything else I can find, like grinding grooves. So we're up at the Wentworth Falls area, and it's pretty windy and cold today. And you can see Mount Solitary in the distance over there. So anyway, I found one grinding groove already. So they're always near the water. There's actually a couple here. So you can see one right here, and there's another one here that just was started, and then there's another couple here, and could have been some more here that was started, but yeah, there's a few grooves there already. So we're just going to walk around and see what we can find. So what we'll do is, there's a shelter and art. So we're going to go down this way first. We'll film this art, and then we'll come up to the grinding grooves up here. So there's more grinding grooves and water holes. So it's a pretty cool place actually. Anyway, we'll go down here and we'll look at this the art that's down here. It's only 50 metres to get there. Okay, so I think we've reached the where the cave art. So it says King Tablelands Aboriginal Place. This place has been used by Aboriginal people for countless generations. People come here to make tools, meet for ceremony and ritual, and share the rich and varied resources of the mountains. Aboriginal people have strong spiritual connection to the land, its animals and birds, plants and water. Ancient stories were shared and songs were sung here. Stories and songs that shared collective knowledge of a vast landscape, its people and their place. And they found some stone tools down here. So they did some excavations, as you can see. And there's well, it's clearly in 1980 show the worked grinding grooves and the kangaroo and emu tracks engraved on the walls of the shelter cave. So let's try and find them. Hopefully they're not wrecked. A pretty cool place. It's windy but it's really calm down here, so I can see why, you know, they come to this area and now just here we go. There's the carvings right here. Look at that. And you can see the foot there. There might have been more art here, but it's actually, you can't see it much anymore. You can see the darkness of, there's more little carvings here. It's like another emu foot. And there could have been some sort of paintings along here, or drawings. It's kind of just all dark now. Pretty cool place. Look at that. There's a few right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's really windy, my nose is really snotty. You can see they're pretty big. You're probably looking at maybe 1.5 feet long. They're pretty big. So these ones I've been used for a long time because you can see these deep grooves in them that all the other ones don't have. And it's always near water. So the water helps to grind the spears to the shape they want and how sharp they want them. So there's a couple there. There's 2 more over here and a couple of smaller ones. Always near water. Go for them ones, and we'll come to these ones here. They stand out a lot better because the rock's kind of a orangey colour here, reddy colour. There's 2 small ones right here, and there's a couple of other ones to the side here. They're always around the water, or little pools. A small one right here. Just looking around this area for some more. Another deep one right here, curved shape. Quite cool now because the clouds coming in. It's getting late in the afternoon. There's nothing on this one. Here we go, there's another one here. Actually a couple. This wind's made my nose really runny. Sorry about the sniffing. There's another one. And they're all about a foot long, so they're pretty well made, these ones. There's more here. You can see I should be putting a thong, but it's not really a thong with it today, but you can see there's a lot of them. This one's pretty deep and pretty. There's a couple more on the side here. Wind's come up now, really it's getting stronger and stronger the longer we're here, so we're going to go to our next area now. It's at Lawson, and it's a kangaroo carving, and then we're going to be on to Hazelbrook to find some mills and grinding grooves, and then it's Red Hand's Cave after that. So I'm going to get out of here because it's so windy and cold. Anyway, on to our next area, which is I put some water exactly where it is, so you can see it a lot easier, and you can pick out the features. So it's a bit messy here, but you can see how the leg goes down here, on here, comes around to the head, and then to the body, and then you got the tail and the other leg there. So it's pretty big. It's probably nearly 2 meters long. So that's the Kangaroo on Kangaroo Street at Lawson. Pretty much just park your car right there, and then it's right next to houses, so be a bit mindful of the people that live here. They make too much noise. Pretty cool, that. This area is right near the Hazelbrook shops, which is just up here. So I've just parked my car and walked up, and you come to this little walkway here, and this is the next site. And you can see, as I said, it's built right next to the Great Western Highway. So that way's going back to the east, and that way's going to the west. And there's some wells here and some grinding grooves, so I'm going to climb down and go and show you guys when I get down. So when you reach this little archway here, there's a little, looks like people have been walking through here already. Probably locals, maybe the council. You can see the little overhead walkway. I wouldn't recommend doing this during summer because of the snakes, but in winter time like this, it's quite safe to walk in here. And just be mindful you're near people's houses, so just be a little bit as quiet as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up here now, and you can see This would have been used for drinking water. And I'm pretty sure there's some grinding grooves up here, so we'll go and have a look. There was a lot more of them, as you can see. There was a lot more of these grinding grooves that went further towards the highway, but when the highway was made, unfortunately, they were all bulldozed out, so they've been lost forever. And there's some grinding grooves right here. There's one there, one on the angle here, another one here, and a couple more. So they're not really that deep. And as always, near water, so pretty much the water must help shape and also help make it easier to make the spearheads, and also help with the heat. So when you're rubbing something, it makes friction, so it makes it hot. So yeah, that's it's always near water. But yeah, they're right, as you can see, they're right near the highway. And I've driven past these many a times and never knew they were here. I've just come from the grinding grooves of wells here, and I thought I'd just take this way to get out. And look at that, there's a scar tree right here. Awesome. Look at that, the things you find right next to the grinding grooves. It doesn't say anything about a scar tree here. How good's that? Yeah, it's about probably 50 centimetres wide. It's probably a metre high, and it goes all the way to the base. And it's old. It's not been done any time in the last 50 or so years. It's probably been done 100 plus years ago, maybe 200 years ago. The tree's pretty old. It's pretty big, and it might have had some sort of pattern inside. It's worn away due to weathering, but cool. Things here. That's the second scar tree I've found now. Firstly, the one down at near Martin's Pond at Springwood, and now this one right near the road at Hazelbrook. What a great find that is. Didn't expect this. So the last part of this 3-part series of Aboriginal rock carvings and anything I can find is at the Red Hands Cave at Glenbrook. So we are going along the Campfire Creek track, and hopefully we can find some things along the creek while we're hiking along before we reach the Red Hands Cave. pretty close to the Red Hands Cave. It's in a very open area, and it was found by people looking for a lost boy in the early 1900s. And if there was any other rock art here, it's well hidden or it's eroded away. So unfortunately, due to people that want to do graffiti, they've put a fence here, but they have made holes so you can videotape them. So I'll go pretty slow and I'll zoom in so you guys get a good look at them. And some of the hands are quite large too. So must have been some really big guys, and there's a big circle here, I'm not sure what that means. And there's like a, looks like a grinding groove mark, like painted. It could be a shield or something. But there looks like there's heads over there. It's like long elongated heads with necks. So that could be something to do with the Dreamtime.
Oh yeah, over there.
Yeah. They say it's about 800 years plus. So it's been here for a long time. Kids' handprints are only probably, I'd say, maybe, there's one up here on the left, this one over here, this one's small, that'd be like a, you know, a 5 or 6 year old. The other ones are probably 7 or 8 year olds. So the young of the tribe. And then there's another one. I'll try and get through the cage here to show you guys. There's one here. Right here, look at that. So, actually a different colour, you can see it's like a orangey yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, so just under some of the hands there's these arrows. So
Yeah, that's a fat hand up there.
I'll tell you, there's some big ones there, isn't there? Some big hands.
Really long fingers.
There's like a bit of a weird looking hand here. So the person could have been deformed, or just because it's in a weird spot, but that's a pretty weird. We left the Red Hands Cave now, and we're on our way to do the part of the loop track. So we've got to go to the car park, and we'll find the other part of the trail. And I'm pretty sure there's grinding grooves on that part of the trail, because I didn't find them on the way in. So we'll try. I think they're on this part of the trail. So anyway, we're on our way back, and hopefully we can find the grinding grooves. And this tree's massive, and it's got to be at least 40 to 50 high. Some really big trees out here, massive iron bark. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, or really should say thongs crossed, that the grinding grooves that I've been searching for are up here. There they are. I found them. Yeah? Yep. Yeah. Alright, so there's a couple here, and they're really deep too. Ooh, look at this.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So these are like as deep as the ones that are up at Wentworth Falls. And put my hand next to them. That's how big they are. They're pretty deep. They're a couple of inches deep. So these would have been used for a long time. There's 3 here, and like I said, they're always near water, so it helps with the grinding. And there's a couple more here. These are a bit bigger. And there's a bit slippery there. And there's a couple here, and there's this always next to water. And look, these look like they've been made by them as well. That's not natural. And so is that. That's not natural. Doesn't seem natural, that. So people can walk past here and don't even know. You go to Red Hand's Cave and don't even look at the, don't even know there's grinding grooves here. And there's 3 there. And this water, because the pool's so deep here, the water's here all year round. There is some sort of mark here. I think that could be natural. And there's some more grooves over here. There's a whole collection here. This one here is quite deep. Look at this one. Pretty much put my whole hand in this one. There's one there. There's a couple that have just been started here. And here. And these ones are quite long here too. Pretty easy to see these, and people probably walk straight past them like I did years ago. I didn't know what they were. Some of these look like a natural rock formation, but they're so smooth. It's awesome. Finally found them. I knew there were a long area where there was a rock plateau like this, but it's been a while since I've been here, so it's awesome. There's another one here, another old one right here. Awesome. Anyway guys, this is the last part of the Aboriginal rock carvings videos I'm making, so I hope you've enjoyed them. You can come along Red Hand's Cave. This is the last part of the loop track that they're on, and then as you keep walking up here and go around, you go back to the main campfire track and then you hike out. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I always say, Daniel, what do I always say?
Always hiking thongs.
Yeah, always hiking thongs, of course. You never lived until you've hiked in thongs.